Hello to all my extraordinary people out there. This message today, I want to talk to those of you who might be on the verge of giving up, on something that has the potential to be great in your life. Because right now, you might be feeling like you're going through and fighting through some storms that you don't even know how you're going to get out of them. But I want to encourage you with this word today and being on guard and staying vigilant. Some time ago, I did a message on being aware of the snakes in our lives because there's storms that we go through. They don't necessarily announce themselves as storms, but that does not negate them from being storms. If you know the story in the book of Genesis in the Bible, when the snake came to Eve, it didn't come causing chaos and havoc. It simply had a conversation with Eve. And sometimes the voices that we get, the voices that are sent to us, they simply come to confuse our purpose, not necessarily to propel us or encourage us and lift us up to the next level. And so today, you also want to be mindful of that because that's how the enemy works. He doesn't come through enemies. Sometimes he simply comes through voices and people that we trust, and in that, the Bible in the book of Matthew also tells us that we ought to be as wise as serpents, but calm and harmless as a dove. And I'll be the first to tell you that I'm not always calm, I'm not always kind. Because while, yes, of course, we are called to do that, it is good to be that person. But sometimes we also have to be bold as a lion because there are storms that are going to come. There are battles that we will have to fight through. So we have to be ready to fight through those battles and being bold and strong as a lion. One of the most dangerous and powerful prayers that you could ever pray for is to ask God to reveal who is really in my life. Because when God go ahead and answers that prayer for you, your circle probably is going to get smaller. But I don't want you to be deterred by that. I don't want you to be deterred from that because it doesn't take the masses to get you to where you're going to for the purpose that God has for your life. There's a saying, it takes a village to raise a child. But I want to remind you of this today. It takes God to use your purpose to reach the masses. So you don't want to abort that purpose through anybody or for the reason for anybody or anything. So you daily want to be on guard and staying vigilant and protecting that. Let's go out there today. Let's go create something extraordinary because you are extraordinarily whole.